What's up, guys? Big Ball Daddy with you. It's Alabama, it's Tennessee. There's going to be trash talking, but I'd like to just make this video a memories video. And I'd like to take a few minutes to talk about some of my memories as a Vol fan and some of the Alabama-Tennessee games that are most memorable to me. I've been to 5 Tennessee-Alabama games in my life, which is not that many compared to all the Tennessee games I've been to in my life. But I've lived all over the East Coast, so it's not always been easy for me to get to Tennessee games. And I must say I've been very fortunate. Every Tennessee-Alabama game I've been to, Tennessee has won. So, the first game I ever went to with Tennessee and Alabama was the 1982 game in Knoxville. And the people that are old enough to remember that game, that was during the World's Fair. It was like really crowded anyway. Now I was a young kid at the time. I was 15. But I understood the rivalry. I understood the importance of it, and Tennessee won the game. It was a great game, kind of a back and forth game, and it pretty much came down to the end with an interception in our end zone. Alabama was driving to tie the score, and Chris White picked off a pass. I think his name was Chris White. It's been 27 years ago. Picked off the pass, and to coin John Ward, pandemonium definitely reigned that day, man. Of course, the students tore down the goalpost, carried them literally all over Knoxville. And like I said, the traffic was bad that day. It was crowded as hell because of the World's Fair, but it literally took us 8 hours to get from the stadium to where we were staying in Knoxville that day. And I remember my stepdad and the guy that we went to the game with was a business partner of my stepdad's. Literally on the interstate, when they had to piss, they hopped out of the van, ran down the embankment to a gas station or wherever and took a piss. That's how slow traffic was on 40 that day. So if any of you guys are old enough to remember that game and were there, I wouldn't mind seeing some comments down there about that game, about your memories of that game. Games that I haven't been to that are memorable, the 6-3 game and the 9-6 game a few years ago. Oh my God. Alabama wins that game 9-6. Tennessee, it's 6-6. Late in the game, Tennessee's about to kick a field goal to potentially win it. Alabama blocked the field goal, and if y'all guys that watched that game, do you have the same memory as I do? Did it not seem like that friggin' ball rolled 40 yards after they blocked it? Well, sure enough, Tennessee goes from about to win the game to Alabama lining up to kick a long field goal to win it in the end, which they did. Great memory for Alabama fans, I'm sure. I just, this game is big for me because it's an old school rivalry. Alabama has the lead in everything on Tennessee. So naturally, we want to beat their ass every year. Now, we've closed the gap on wins and losses. There for a long time when I was younger, Alabama had a huge lead over us in wins. But over the last 15 or 20 years or so, we've closed the gap, but we're still several games behind. So we need this win. Our program needs this win. This would be a huge win for Tennessee, to help put us back on the college map. All the bullshit, trash talk aside, this is a great game. This is a great game for the South. It's a great game for college football. And people can say what they want, but anytime this game is a blowout, to me, it kind of detracts from the nostalgia, the beauty of it all. Kind of like Bama Tony said, blowouts are nice, especially when your team's the one handing them out, but I want to see a good game. I'm not going to be upset, if Tennessee blows Alabama out, but I'm not expecting that. I know that's not realistic. I know anything can happen. 2 more quick memories of Alabama-Tennessee game. I just moved back to Tennessee in '95, and I had a friend of mine from Raleigh, North Carolina come over. He, myself, my brother, we drove down to the game in Birmingham, and of course Bama fans won't want to remember this, but that's the year that Peyton Manning and Joey Kent and Jay Graham just pretty much annihilated you guys down in Birmingham. It was 42-14. One of probably my favorite individual game memories came the following year in '96, up here in Knoxville. Low scoring, close game. Game was coming down to the end, and Jay Graham popped off another one of those long runs of his to pretty much, it did Alabama in. It sucked all of the momentum away. It just, you could tell on the bench and in the stands, they're their emotion, everything was just gone after that run. And there were two Alabama fans sitting directly behind me and my brother, and of course they'd been running their mouth the whole game. We'd been running ours, but they were cool guys, you know. They weren't getting in our shit. We weren't getting in their shit. It was just fans being fans. But after Jay Graham ran that touchdown run, and then the clock started winding down, this guy taps me on the back and handed me a cigar, and he's like, "Here, man, here's our victory cigar we were going to enjoy in here." But you know, so they handed us their victory cigar, and Bama Tony made me think of that in his video with his cigar, and I've still got that damn cigar somewhere. It's packed away in a bunch of other shit that I've collected over the years from going to Tennessee games. But those are two more great memories. That one, the Alabama fans forking over their victory cigar, man, that was beautiful. Share some of your memories of the Tennessee-Alabama game. You know, it's a great game, great rivalry. I think everyone who loves college football, whether you're a Tennessee fan or an Alabama fan or a fan of neither school, should go to this game one time in your life. You know, and it doesn't matter whether you go down there or up here. The passion's the same. You know, people get on SEC fans. People from outside the conference don't understand why people in the SEC are always chanting SEC, SEC. Well, there's a reason for that, okay? Football down here, it's not football. It's a religion. We live for it. We love it. And people who don't understand it, there's an old saying, don't criticize what you don't understand. All right? So let's have a great week this week, guys. I know everybody's as excited about this game as I am. I'm ready to get this damn week over and get down to some football. Go Vols. Let's go beat that Bama ass. Have a great week.